Hey, what's up guys, Totally Dubbed here, and today I'm making a review on the BH-905i's. So as you can see, I've already made a lengthy 15-minute review on the 905s, which are on my right, and the 905i's are on my left. So I'm going to tell you basically the difference between the two. First of all, you can easily see the shape, the difference. As you can see, it's much more out. I'm trying to lift up the camera so you guys can see a little bit easier. As you can see, it's more straight line, and this is more of a outward shape. So the design on the 905i's is definitely an improvement, and I'm glad that Nokia changed them, because that was one of my complaints of the 905s, because they look kind of silly when they were sticking out of your head so much. Secondly, I like that how they've included leather up here. The top headband is leather, whereas over here it was some sort of like nylon or something like that. I'm not quite sure. Although the nylon one does seem much softer and is a little bit more comfortable as it's more padded, but in the long run this is probably much better in terms of build quality. In terms of the overall build quality of the headphones, they're still very flimsy, as you can see, but as the 905s look more flimsier than the 905i's. I have no idea why. Maybe it's because of that bend, but that's basically it. So in terms of the main visual differences, so to speak, between the two. In terms of sound quality, now one thing I did notice with the 905's eyes is the fact that it was much quieter, whereas these ones would go out quite loud. These ones were a little bit quieter. So in the tube, if I turn noise cancelling off, I could hear everyone else around me and hardly my music, and that's at full blast. Bear in mind, I'm a little bit deaf, I'm not gonna lie. However, saying that, it doesn't mean I don't understand the fact of why Nokia decided to reduce the volume on the 905i's. Why did they not keep it as the 905's is beyond me, and for me that loses one rating, because I'd like my music loud. I like my headphones to go louder than I can hear them, so to speak. So I guess if you're a virgin ear, it's fine, but if you're someone like me which has been listening to music for a while, then it's going to be quieter than the 905s. So that's one thing. Saying that, apart from that, everything else works almost the same way. I did realize the pads are a little bit, really small, minute difference between the two. The actual pads are a little bit smaller on 905i's than the 905s. And they seem a bit more rounded, whereas these ones seem a bit more squared. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's hard to actually see the difference, but if you look very close, as you can see the difference. The biggest feature for me was the fact that it has bass boost. These don't have bass boost, but this does have bass boost. So I've got it paired with my my SGS, and it's actually playing music right now. You can't actually hear it, simply because it's quite a song. As you can see, that's the max volume. So I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I don't know if you guys were able to hear that, but basically it was there's 3 different levels of bass. It goes beep for 1, beep beep for 2, beep 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 for 3, and when you hit it again it goes beep and goes back to 0. So there's 3 levels of bass. The 905s, in my opinion, were on bass 1, between bass 1 and bass 2. And the 905i's, well, obviously they've got all the range, and my favourite is bass level 2. 3 is too overwhelming and distorts the music. 1 is just too little for my liking, saying that I'm a bass head. So 2 was perfect for me, and it's great that they added that feature. So what are my ratings for the 905i's? The 905, just to let you know, I gave them a 7 out of 10 rating. Reason they lost rating was 1, bass was missing, 2, design was not good, 3, it was flimsy. But apart from that, it was okay. So the 905i's, they lose out on overall sound, as in not sound quality but sound volume, so I lose a mark for that. The design is better. It has got a bass boot facility. The the noise cancelling is still there. So these get 7 out of 10, and these get a 8 out of 10. And why don't I give it a 9 or 10 out of 10? Simply because of the sound quality. After listening extensively on the 905i's and the 905's, I realized that there's a lot of mids and highs which are missing out of my songs, and when I put my Denon earphones in, I suddenly hear all those mids and highs come back. So they're really good in lows, and they're okay in terms of sound quality for your phone calls, but don't expect the best sound quality for your money. One last point I have to point out is the range of these. They're absolutely amazing. I was standing about 10 meters away, no joke. The phone was 10 meters away from the headphones, and they were working perfectly fine. Although when I went in between, like if the phone was here and there's a wall there, then that range would decrease to like 5 meters or 2 meters. But if there was no wall, then there was a 10-meter range between the two, which was absolutely amazing. So yeah, I really like these headphones. They're really good. The price is alright, around £120, £125. And if you're into Bluetooth headphones and you really want Bluetooth headphones, then these are a good bet to go for. But if you're not too familiar or not too keen on Bluetooth, then I would suggest going elsewhere, simply because you'll find a lot better sound quality for your money. And finally, obviously, the casing. I keep forgetting the casing because it's hardly important to me. But it's the same as the 905s, and you can see that on my review. And this time Nokia sent me the 3.5mm jack. So as you can see, that's a charger. The male-to-male 3.5mm jack, which by the way didn't improve sound quality. So which was kind of surprised. Extender, and obviously the different jacks. So yeah. Right, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Please do rate, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Totally dubbed out. Bye bye.